beta? Have you attended all the previous classes? Okay. So today we have to discuss about our chapter 5, heat. Today we have to discuss about heat. Is my screen visible to you? Okay. So we have to discuss about heat. What is transfer of heat? First of all, I am telling what is transfer of heat. So you yesterday we have discussed that yesterday we have discussed heat is a form of energy. So how does this transfer of heat is going on? Transfer of heat is to carry heat from one part of an object to another part. Transfer, yesterday we have discussed about heat, form of heat. I have asked to you, I have told to you that heat is a form of energy. So, heat is transferred by three methods. One is convection, another is conduction, and third one is radiation. Today, I am including the previous lecture also in this one. Okay. So, I have muted all of you. Firstly, let me complete first, then I will ask you for doubts also. Okay. If you have any doubt in between, you can also unmute yourself or give me thumbs up. Okay. Firstly, we are discussing about transfer of heat. To transfer of heat means to carry heat from one part of an object to other part. When heat is transferred from one part to another part, it is known as transfer of heat. Or it will be transferred from one object to another object. This is transfer of heat. Okay. You can make your own notes and I will be sharing these slides with you in the form of PDF also. I will be sharing that. Okay. Now, example of transfer of heat. If we dip a steel spoon in a cup of hot tea, if we dip a steel spoon that is made up of steel, you know that steel is a good conductor of heat, into hot tea, you find that temperature of spoon rises up. It means the spoon become hot. The spoon become hot due to transfer of heat, because here heat from tea is transferred to spoon. Heat from tea is transferred to spoon and spoon is placed in the tea. That's why the spoon become hot. Heat moves from hot tea to the cold spoon. This is one example of transfer of heat. Transfer of heat can occur in other method also. Transfer of heat can be when you are doing cooking in other utensils, then they become hot due to transfer of heat. A utensil becomes hot when kept on the flame of gas burner or stove. This is because heat from hot flame is, you know that, very much hot. So the heat is transferred from hot flame to cold utensil, and when a hot utensil is removed from gas burner, it cools down slowly. Why it is cooling down slowly? Because there is transfer of heat from hot utensil to the environment. Means air is taking that part. When you put your hand near hot utensil, your hand also start receiving the hotness. When you have seen your mother cooking food on preparing chapatis on tawa, so you also feel so much hot near the hot tawa. The reason is that because the hot object is transferring heat. The hot object is transferring heat to the nearby objects. That's why there is transfer of heat. Now we have to discuss. Is this clear up to this point? You can give me thumbs up like that if it is clear. Ash, Ishita, Charu, Aniket, Amandeep, please turn on your video, beta. You are requested to turn on your video. Amandeep, please sit properly. Yes, you have to sit properly. Aniket, turn on your video. You should have your science book with you. All of you should have your science book and rough notebook with yourself so that you can prepare the notes. Now, we are discussing how heat can be transferred from a hot object to a cold object. There are three methods. We have already discussed three methods in brief. First method is by conduction and second method is by convection. Second method is by convection and third method is by radiation. And you know that in solid, heat is transferred by conduction. In solid, heat is going to be transferred by conduction. In liquid and gases, heat always gets transferred by convection method. And in empty space or vacuum, yesterday I have also told to you what is vacuum. Vacuum is a empty space or where there is no medium like solid, liquid or gas are not present over there. In vacuum, heat is transferred by radiation. So, you have to learn that in solid, heat is transferred by conduction. In liquid and gases, heat is transferred by convection. And in vacuum, heat is transferred by radiation. Yes, Charu, do you want to say something? Sarthak, mute yourself, beta. Mute yourself, beta. Now, we have to discuss about all these three parts in detail. Firstly, we are going to discuss about conduction. Firstly, we are going to discuss in detail about conduction. If we heat one end of metal spoon by keeping it over a gas burner, when you keep a spoon or any metal piece on gas burner, you find that the other end also become hot. Why this other end become hot? This other end become hot because heat is transferred from the hot end of the metal spoon to its cold end. This is the reason behind the other end is becoming hot. Okay? A transfer of heat from the hot part of material to its colder part. Now you have to remember this thing. This is main concept of this conduction. Without the movement of material as whole is called conduction. I am explaining this part in detail. For example, your mother is preparing or cooking any soup and she is using a larger spoon for that. She is using a larger spoon to revolve the particles of spoon. So, you see that after some time, the end of spoon, those are not in direct touch with soup. It means the far away part also become hotter. What is the reason behind that? You know that the particles of solid are not moving. Means particle of spoon are not moving from one end to another end. But the other end is becoming hot. I mean to say, you can see that when you are putting a part of spoon on flame, directly on flame, then the part that is far away from flame, the part that is far away from flame is also becoming hot. Why it is becoming hot? Because there is transfer of heat from one particle to another particle. The part of the spoon that was in direct contact with flame becoming hotter. After that, it is transferring heat to another part. The transfer of heat from the hot part of material to its colder part, where the actual particles of spoon are not moving. This type of conduction of heat is known as, this type of transfer of heat is known as conduction. The transfer of heat without actual movement of particle that mainly occur in solid is known as conduction. Is this point clear? You can give me emoji like thumbs up. Have you got this point? Okay, just I am speaking in Hindi. Okay. फॉर एग्जाम्पल आपने एक स्पून जो है उसको पकड़ा और आपने उसको फ्लेम पे रखा. ओके, तो जो पार्ट उसका फ्लेम पे था दैट इज बिकमिंग होटर. कुछ टाइम बाद आप देखोगे जो दूर वाला पार्ट था, जो पार्ट डायरेक्ट फ्लेम पे नहीं था, वो भी गर्म हो जाता है. वाई? इट इज बिकॉज देयर इज ट्रांसफर ऑफ हीट. बट ऐसा तो कुछ नहीं हुआ ना कि स्पून का वो वाला पार्ट मूव किया वहां से. जो पार्ट फ्लेम पे था दैट पार्ट इज इटसेल्फ नॉट मूविंग, ओनली हीट इज ट्रांसफर्ड. ओनली हीट इज ट्रांसफर्ड फ्रॉम वन पार्ट दैट इज होटर to another part that is colder. Okay, this is conduction of heat. And I have earlier told to you, conduction always take only in solid. Conduction take in solid particles. While in liquid and gases, convection, you have heard the name of convection chulhas, those are in nowadays in so much trend. In that the water become hot in utensil or container, but container itself is not going to be heaten up, isn't it? कन्वेक्शन में ऐसे ही होता है ना, कन्वेक्शन चूल्हे पे बेटा, कि आपका जो पैन आपने रखा है फ्राइंग पैन, दैट इटसेल्फ इज नॉट गोइंग टू बी सो मच हॉट, बट द वाटर इज गेटिंग सो मच वार्म. देयर इज अ मेथड, आई विल टेल यू दैट मेथड आल्सो इन डिटेल. ओके, कंडक्शन समझ आया सभी को? If you have any doubt in conduction, then I can repeat that also. Amandeep, please turn on your video. Otherwise, if any person is not turning on video, then I will remove that person from my class. Okay? You have to be attentive. I am also attentive. You can see that from 8 o'clock I am sitting in the on the same chair. Then why you can't? You can also na, because you are learning. If you show respect to teacher, then teacher will give 101% to you. Otherwise I will also feel like, why should I waste my energy like that na? Okay, now moving to another second concept, that is convection. Now I am teaching you convection. Previously we have discussed about conduction. Okay, so in convection, heat flow from a hot object to a cold object. Heat flow from an object at higher temperature to another object at lower temperature. The flow of heat or transfer of heat stop. कब रुकेगा ट्रांसफर होना? When the two objects attain the same temperature. Until or unless the two objects attain the same temperature, the flow of heat will be there. There is a very good example. If an iron ball means a ball that is made up of iron, is at a temperature of 40 degrees Celsius, is dropped into a bucket containing water The temperature of water is also here 40 degrees Celsius. Then heat will not flow either from iron ball to water or from water to iron ball. Why it is not transferring? Because both of the objects are at same temperature. And I have already told to you that transfer of heat always takes place from hotter object to colder one. But here, both the objects are at same temperature. Both are having 40 degrees Celsius temperature. Then how could be transfer of heat should take place? Isn't it? If there is difference in temperature, then only transfer of heat takes place through them. For example, if ball will be having temperature 50 degrees Celsius and water will be having temperature 30 degrees Celsius, then there will be the difference of 20 degrees Celsius between both. Then the heat will be transferred from ball towards water. Okay? If there is no, you can see by yourself also, if your temperature and your sibling or your mother body temperature is same, you can not feel anything. Like you say you are not having fever, but any person is having fever. When you touch that person, your hand become warmer. You feel the sensation of warmth by touching the body part of that person or wrist of that person, wrist part. Then you can say that you are having fever. You can check that now. If any person is having cold hand in the winters, you can say that keep place my hand on your hand, then I will feel some warmth. I will feel some warmth. Isn't it? So heat always transfer from hot object to cold object. Is this point clear? I am appreciating myself. You should be physically and mentally active. Then you will gain the 100%. Yes, Ishita? Do you want? No. No, beta. Room temperature is always normal. Room temperature is 25 degrees Celsius. Normal, standard. But in summers, it is 40 degrees Celsius, for example. Then there will be no transfer of heat. Okay. The transfer of heat is that because when the hotter object is there, then in class 9th I will teach you this thing, that the particles become at motion. If there is, the particle becomes at motion, they are having more energy, then they are releasing that energy. You have seen all the children, those are so much talk active, so much I can ask they are so much proactive or hyperactive student. There are some hyperactive student, they are having so much energy, so they did not remain on the one place, they move here and there. Hyperactive people and hyperactive students do like that because they have excess of energy, they have to release that. So we can utilize their energy to guide them in sports, in other physical activities. So their activities or energy should be in positive direction. Otherwise, they will start doing quarrel with their siblings, teasing each other. They will utilize their energy in that way. We just have to give a proper direction to energy. Same thing happens with every object. If any object is having higher temperature, it means its energy is more. So it is transferring that energy to another object. Okay? Now we have to discuss about conduction. We have discussed. Now we have to discuss about convection. Okay? Example of transfer of heat by conduction in our day-to-day life. Everyday life you can see conduction and convection. A cold metal spoon dipped in hot cup of tea gets heated up by conduction. When the metal spoon is cold and you dip it into hot cup of tea, it is getting heated up by conduction. A frying pan kept on gas stove transfer the heat of gas burner through its metal bottom by the process of conduction. I am repeating the second point again. Frying pan, when you kept this frying pan on the stove, then transfer of heat of gas burner by its metal bottom is the process of conduction. This heat is going into the material that you are cooking. The material you are cooking, that will absorb the heat, and then boiling of water, boiling of curries, whatever you are cooking, that thing will be get cooked. This is the day-to-day use of conduction. I hope this point is clear to you. Now we have to discuss about convection. We have to discuss about activity. First of all, I will try to send a video of that conduction of heat activity to you. You have to take a flat aluminium rod. I have asked you to prepare conduction of heat activity in your summer break. This activity can be like that also. If you take a flat aluminium rod and fix some iron nails on it with the help of a wax. Wax, here I am talking about candle wax. Okay? Then you can use that solidified candle wax to fix the nails on the stand. Let us heat the free end of the aluminium rod by keeping on the burner. One end of the aluminium rod is free. Then you have to keep that end on the flame. Then you have to on the flame. We will see that iron nails attached to aluminium rod with wax start falling one by one. The particle or aluminium rod is getting heated up due to conduction, and due to conduction of heat, now heat is transferred. Firstly, the nail that is nearby to the flame, that is dropping. After that, the next one falls, but the nail attached to the clamped end, that is at the end of the rod, will fall at the last. I am explaining this in Hindi. आपने एक एल्युमिनियम रोड लेनी है. Okay, then the part, like I am showing this duster to you. Okay, this much part of aluminium rod should be empty. Okay, you have to put the front part on the flame. Okay, then you have to clamp here at the bottom of the rod with the help of candle wax some iron nails. Okay, when you heat this end, slowly heat will be transferred or conducted from this part to this end. Firstly, the iron nail that is at the near end of the aluminium rod falls up because the wax melt over there. Ishita, is my words clear to you, beta? Falak, you can leave the meeting and join it again, beta, because from my side network is clear. Okay? And I am recording the video. If there is any issues, then I will share the video with you people. Then the iron nail that is attached near to the point where the flame is there will fall up because the wax will melt after heating. Then this end, and slowly at the last nail will be falling after the last moment. At last, I will be sharing this animated video to you from YouTube also. I will be searching good video for you people and I will share it with you. Okay? So this is conduction. Is this clear? अर्श, समझ आया बेटा? सार्थक, अनिकेत, you have if you have any query or any doubt, you can ask me freely. Otherwise, loss is totally yours because beta, concept is clear to me. I am teaching this thing just for you people. We have discussed this activity. So we are moving to our next topic. In that, we have to discuss about how convection takes place. How there will be convection of the things. Okay. This is the leftover part. The burner is placed below the left of the aluminium rod. So the left end of the aluminium rod get heated first. Now the left end of aluminium rod is hot, but the right end of rod is cold. So heat is now transferred. I have already told to you, heat will always transfer from hotter end to the colder end. As heat is transferring from left end toward the right, heat travels from the left side to the right side along the aluminium rod, due to which it melts the wax. And when the wax is melting, the iron nails are falling. And iron nails are falling due to melting of wax. I will be sharing these slides with you. Okay? Any doubt till this point? Good. Okay. Now, when the wax is melting, due to this, iron nails are falling down one by one. Heat is transferred from the hot end of the aluminium rod to its colder end by the process of conduction. Here you can see, because the aluminium rod is solid, and I have told to you, in solid, heat is transferred by the method of conduction. In solid, the particles are closely packed together. Yes, Charu and Ishita, please concentrate on this concept. This is the main concept of conduction. All of you, all the students have to concentrate on this concept. This is the main concept why conduction takes place. In solid, the particles are closely packed together. During conduction, heat is transferred from particle to particle by mean of back and fro motion. Back and fro motion here means, like, have you seen any pendulum over there? Have you seen pendulum? So many watches are having pendulums, those in which there will be back and fro motion like that. This is known as back and forth motion. Have you seen so many pendulums? Some watches are having pendulum below them. Those pendulums are moving like that. Okay? This is back and fro motion. And in back and fro motion, particles are having high energy. Those particles are having a high energy. These are moving backward and forward like this. And they are transferring the energy to the next particle, nearby particles. So when there will be transfer of energy from one particle to another particle, then this is known as conduction. This thing is known as conduction. Okay. I am showing this slide again to you. In this, just wait a second, because the slides are so small, sometimes there is slightly confusion in that. Yes, this one. In solid, particles are closely packed together. During conduction, heat is transferred from particle to particle by means of back and forth motion. Okay? Vibrations of particles. And this is caused by heat energy. The particles of solid remain at their fixed position. There is no actual movement of particle, because you know that solid are having a definite shape. Solid are not capable of changing their own shape by themselves. So there is no actual movement of particles of solid. So just heat is transferred from hotter end to the colder end. Heat is just getting transferred from the hotter end to the colder end. if I talk about this duster is solid. It is not going to be change its shape. It is not going to be change its shape without any force, because solid are having definite shape. Okay, this is made up of wood. That's why it is not a good conductor of heat. You know that wood is a bad conductor of heat. If we talk about any metallic thing, then they become hot. If you are wearing any iron kara or any iron ornament, when you are doing anything near the flame, that ornament also become hot, because metal are good conductor of heat. You can sip cold coffee easily in a steel glass. You can drink anything cold in summers, especially in steel or any metallic glass or cup over there. But you feel it's so much difficult to hold a full glass of milk that is so much hot. You are not capable to hold that steel glass, because what is the reason behind that? Because steel is good conductor of heat. You are not capable of holding that. But same amount of milk you can hold in your coffee mug. Because coffee mug is made up of which thing it is made up of? Bone china. Bone china. Isn't it? Or clay. Or glass. So all these things, bone china, glass, are not that much conductor of heat as steel is. Steel is very much conductor. That's why you are not capable of holding the steel glass, but you are capable of holding that cup. Isn't it? Okay. So is this point clear up to this? Or you are having any doubt? Okay, good. Now we have to talk about good conductor of heat and poor conductor of heat. Good conductor of heat, on the basis of conduction of heat, all the material are classified into two groups. One is good conductor of heat and another is poor conductor of heat. Good conductor of heat are called conductor of heat, and poor conductor of heat are also called as insulators. Insulators. Insulator here means poor conductor of heat. Insulator is another name of poor conductor of heat. Is it clear? The material that is capable of conducting the heat is known as good conductor, and the other material that is not capable of conducting the heat is known as insulator. Okay? Now, bad conductor means those are not having capacity to conduct 100%. But insulator means, yes, conductor are conductor are those can conduct very easily, and those are good conductor. Okay, and insulator, those are not good conductor, like wood. Wood is capable of heating up, but not that much. Only 2 to 3% chances are there that wood will be getting heated up. Okay, this is the reason a bad conductor is also named as insulator. As you can see, the utensils those are used for cooking purpose are having their handle clamped with a plastic coating, because plastic is a insulator, or you can say bad conductor of heat, so that you can hold the your beaker, or you can hold your fry pan easily with the help of plastic handles. But if it is made up of any metal, then you will be not capable of holding that. You will be not capable of holding that. Is my voice audible to you? In between it was gone, I think so. Video was stopped. Your video was stopped. I was talking like that. Charu, is my voice audible now, beta? Oh, I have. Is my voice audible now? Okay, Zoom itself has muted me. That is the reason there is some problem. Okay. Now, coming to the point, when I talk about a frying pan, the handle of the frying pan and any cooking utensils are made up of plastic. Why the handles are coated with plastic? Because plastic is an insulator. So there is no transfer of heat from the plastic and you people are capable of holding that properly. Otherwise there will be some problem regarding holding that. Okay, that is the main reason behind it. Now, when we talk about another slide, then you have to know what is the reason thing is good conductor, why a thing is bad conductor. This is an activity. In this you are having two spoons. One is plastic spoon, and another is metal spoon. Another is metal spoon, one is plastic spoon. And the water is very much hot. Water is so much hot. When you keep both the spoons in, when you keep both the spoons in beaker, then you see that the spoon that is made up of metal, that become warm, that become hot. But the spoon that is made up of plastic is not going to be hot. The reason behind this is that because metal are good conductor of heat, and spoon that is made up of steel is conductor of heat, and the spoon that is made up of plastic is bad conductor of heat. That is the reason the spoon that is made up of conducting material is going to be hot, and the spoon that is not, that is not going to be hot. All of you are requested not to do anything with my screen share because everything is going to be recorded. I have, of course, screen recording option. So please, I will be sharing that on YouTube also. Please don't create all these nonsense things. It doesn't seems good. Okay. Now we talk about this activity. The beaker containing hot water, after about 2 minutes, we touch the top end of both of the spoon with our hand, one by one. We will find that the top end of metal spoon feels quite hot, but the top end of plastic spoon does not feel hot. This is because heat from hot water flows easily through the metal spoon and reaches to the other end. But the heat does not flow easily through the plastic spoon, due to which the other end of the plastic spoon remain cold. This activity tells the metal spoon is good conductor of heat, whereas plastic spoon is